Welcome back to Guru Chronicles. This is Soul Guru. This is the last show, video, or recording for my first volume, my first season. I'm going to take a 2-week hiatus to gain some more material, to get a little bit more research, and to just build a better channel for you guys, and to give you more than what you got this season. So I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I really want to thank all of you guys who have just been so consistent on letting me know that you really like it. I thank you for viewing. There's so many other things. I never knew how much you would appreciate what people do for you until you do something and you want people to partake in what you're doing. And I've done it before, but this venture was very different. And so when people say, hey man, I saw your post, or I shot you a comment, that means the world to those of us who are on YouTube. And of course, there's some people who are doing extremely well. But I'm excited about how I'm doing. I'm not mad at the numbers or anything like that. I followed what was on the inside of me and what was leading my spirit man to get this thing done. And so I've been able to reach some people. I've had somebody get upset with me with some of my posts, but they said it really made me think. And so I thank you guys, Miss Kathy Jacobs, my mother, Bessie Briscoe, Mike Briscoe, been very consistent. Thank you guys for tuning in. Kathy's my dialysis buddy, always giving me feedback. We have good conversations and everything. To all the ladies, the nurses and techs that are tuning in and everything, thank you guys. And thank you for watching the video all the way through. I really appreciate that. B. Ingram, appreciate you, brother. Bless you and the family. I know y'all on vacation and everything. So, but in this last video, I just kind of want to talk to you a little bit. This session is just to get a few more things off my chest and where we are. I feel like there's a lot that has been shared with you, and those of you that have tuned in consistently. And there was a lot of opportunity to grow and to make some things happen, to transform, and to, most importantly, to modify the thinking so that you can transform your outcomes. And so there's a lot that we've dealt with within yourself, within relationships, in relationships, focusing on managing yourself, focused on breaking chains, focused on the original reason of why you're here, which is making sure you're walking in your purpose and not just existing, doing whatever, going to and from, as if you don't have anything to do. And then you get with somebody else that don't have anything to do, and next thing you know, you have all these relationships without tools. And so I want to give you tools. I want this channel to be like a conduit of tools and information and testimony that will give you an edge when you pursue something new or within another level within yourself. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. And so I'm not by far where I really would like to be. I'm not. So I share that humbly, but yet with confidence, knowing what I've learned from certain situations. And so I want to leave a little note here for guys, for the fellas. We got to get serious in 2017. We got to stop playing games. If you're not married and you play in the field, you can play for so long. You can play in the field. What I realized, being a former player from the Himalayas, you know what I'm saying? Playing the field is like a kid that doesn't want to leave the playground. And fellas, don't get me wrong. I totally understand. I totally get it. The temptation is real. Women are beautiful. They are gorgeous. They're sensual, and they're just sexy, and they're beautiful creatures that God created. But we can also pervert who they are to us instead of treating them like our sisters. We can pervert that, and that was me. I was like that. So when I'm speaking, I'm not speaking as if I've never done it. I've been there. I've exploited young women for my personal gain and without caution. And guys, it gets old. It gets old. And having these kids out of wedlock and not taking care of them, this abandonment, it is getting old. We have to stop. We got to kill this. We got to kill it, meaning we have to show more self-control. We have to do better. We got to come up. We got to come up. What's the point of having the chains, having the car, having the house, having the money? You ain't going to take care of your responsibilities. You want the women, and then once you get with the woman or the women, and then the outcome is you have a child, you dip or you leave. What about these children? And we created a nation of rebellion from doing this. And so I'm pleading with my brothers. I'm instructing my brothers. elevate your thinking, elevate your lifestyle, heighten the way you perceive yourself. And I can tell you this, guys, when I was out there doing that stuff, most of the time, whatever perverted act or thing or vice that has you, it stems from a dysfunction within yourself. For instance, when a person is an addict, if they're on crack or cocaine or heroin, do you know that the addiction itself is a symptom of a deeper dysfunction, and that's why they end up getting led to drugs or whatever have you? And there's various situations on how it happens, but still, it's still a dysfunction at the core, and no one can fix it but you. That's why I start the sessions off with yourself. You got to deal with you. And you have to be honest, so I'm pleading that. Ladies, we have to make better decisions. You got to up your standards, ladies. We got to elevate our standards. You got to ask better questions. You ladies are failing with these questions. You don't know how to interview a guy to enter your life. And the reason why I know, because most of you have had horrible relationships. And when you've known in your female intuition, the power of your intuition, to step away or to know when to break it off, you won't, because you're emotionally caught up. We have to move past that. For the sake of these children being born, we have to get past that. We have to get past all these baby daddies, children from different men. I mean, that we have to get past this. We have to get past this. So our attention can't even be on, we're supposed to be aware and educate ourselves on the politics and what's going on in the world, in our country, in our city and states and all those things. But there's very little power we have versus the power we have to affect ourselves and one another that we interact with. And so that's how this thing connects. So let's make it a priority in 2017 to get our game up. Our game for self-advancement, self-improvement, and improving our mind, our will, and our emotions. Getting control of these things to the point where they still exist and you deal with them, but they're not controlling you. They're not consuming you. And so that's where we want to get to. That's what I really want to stress with you. If you watch this channel and you share it, that's where it needs to go. And for those of you who watch this channel, if you're not sharing it with somebody, I don't know. I mean, I hope you're not embarrassed by what I talk about, because it's real life situations. So this thing should be circulating and being passed on. I mean, you don't have to. You're free to do what you want, but why get so much food for yourself when you know you have a girlfriend or a brother who may need this, okay? So I'm excited about the new season, Volume 2. Going to be coming out in 2 weeks from today, and I'm excited to relaunch that. I'm going to try to add, I'm going to be adding more depth to my videos. I'm even going to have a few, not a lot, guests on the show to give more insight, more professional insight from a research and a thorough perspective. And I think you're going to love it. I think you're going to like who it is and who they will be. And so I'm excited about it. And so just stay tuned. Enjoy your weekend. Remember to modify your thinking to transform your outcomes, because that's what we're here to do at Guru Chronicles. I'm your host, Soul Guru. Just like you, I live life, I have trials, and I get tested. And you know I go through. But within the next 2 weeks, you make sure you tune back in to your Soul Guru. I'm out.